Let's head down to the car show. It's SEMA time, we gotta go. Underneath the Vegas lights, we are here for the auto sight. Trucks are lifted heaven high, burnout smoke drifts to the sky. Holman has but one goal in mind, it's to cover the show in the allotted time. It's SEMA, it's SEMA time.
The truck show, we're gonna show you what we know. We're gonna answer what the truck, 'cause truck rhymes with the truck show. We have the lifted, we have the lowered, and everything in between. We'll talk about trucks that run on diesel, electricity, and on gasoline. The truck show, the truck show, the truck show. Oh, oh.
It's the Truck Show with your host, Holman.
Who doesn't love a little pod? I know I do. Love bringing it to you guys week after week, whenever I can. It seems like these days, but I'm getting there. Hey, it's your host, Holman, and it's great to have you back here in the Pod Shed. And check it out. It's our very last SEMA Show 2025 episode before we return to our regularly scheduled programming. And in this fifth and final installment, you get to meet some of the vehicle builders from SEMA. We get a little more intimate with the builds selected for the TORA Feature Vehicle Showcase, and TORA stands for Truck and Off-Road Alliance. They're basically like a council within SEMA, and we're going to hear more about the rigs, the builders, and the products on them. So basically, the Feature Vehicle Showcase was open exclusively to SEMA TORA members, and the showcase had, I think it was 10 vehicles this year, all sorts of things. Could have been an SUV, a side-by-side, lifted truck, lowered truck, overland, off-road, EV, crossover. And so we met up, I think, with 7 of the 10 and got a little bit of a background from it. And so if you're interested, if you're a SEMA member and you make off-road parts and things like that, then you probably are aware of TORA. It's basically a collective. It's members that basically can form a single powerful voice, and they kind of join together for this coalition. So they help shape the future of the off-road and truck industry. So their members are companies that manufacture, distribute, sell, install accessories, parts, all that kind of stuff for all sorts of off-road vehicles. So they're pretty cool. Anyway, I'm excited to get into it, but first we have to say thank you to the companies that make the Truck Show podcast possible. And the Truck Show podcast is proudly brought to you in partnership with AMSOIL, the maker of the best synthetics and the same ones we use in our rigs. With the holidays upon us, we've got a great promotion to share with you. AMSOIL has new merch just in time for the holidays, including new t-shirt designs. From now until December 31st, take advantage of AMSOIL's holiday offer. Spend more than $125. Actually, it's $125 or more on synthetic oil, lubricants, greases, car care products, and yes, even merch. And you get the AMSOIL Blocks UTV set for free. If you want to see it, it's really rad. It's got working suspension. I put it up on our Instagram Reels, so if you want to see what it looks like, it is really complicated. There's a ton of pieces, and go look at that reel. It's pretty cool. Anyway, use the promotional code Holman2025 at checkout from AMSOIL.com, and you'll get the block set for free on any order of $125 or more, and get yourself some t-shirts and gifts for the family and gifts for your vehicle. And while you're out there holiday shopping, consider getting your loved ones or yourself a brand new Kershaw knife. It's 40% off MSRP when you use the code. This includes automatics, and the code can be used more than once. Kershaw has an extensive lineup with knives ranging from EDCs you won't be afraid to abuse to premium made-in-the-USA knives you'll want to share with your friends. And you can even share the promo code Knives for Everyone. Use the promo code 2TSP2025 and get those gifts for your family, friends, or yourselves today at Kershaw.kaiusa.com. And I've had quite a few people reach out to me from Podshed Insiders and through my DMs saying, hey, I bought myself 1, 2, 5 knives. I used this 40% off code and got one for every member of the family. I really appreciate that. You guys, whenever you use those promo codes, you get a deal, but it supports our sponsors and it actually supports the Truck Show podcast because they see that we're sending them customers and things like that. We don't get a kickback on it. It just helps us get visibility so they continue to support the show and help me bring this to you week after week. Also, OVR Magazine makes a great gift. If you want the latest in adventure, gear, and upgrades for your vehicle, go to OVRmag.com And you get a discount on print or a 1-year digital subscription for free by using the code @TruckShowPodcast. So OVRMag.com. Please help me to keep the Truck Show Podcast free by supporting our sponsors or leaving reviews on Apple or Spotify. And don't forget to check TruckShowPodcast.com for the latest deals from our friends and partners right under the Featured Products tab. So you know the SEMA show, it's all about the build. So let's get into some of the ones that are representing the industry through SEMA's TORA Council and find out what went into this year's featured vehicles. All right, so I'm out here in front of West Hall at SEMA and in front of the TORA Truck and Off-Road Alliance vehicle feature showcase, and there's a bunch of great vehicles that were selected by the TORA committee, so I figured I'd go down the line, and the first one I see is our friend Bond from Rebel Off-Road, and he's got this very, very bright orange Gladiator, and it's got a nicely bobbed bed. Tell us about this, Bond.
Well, this is 2025. I know the badging on the sign says 24. I'm not sure how that happened, but hey, it's 25. And yeah, it's big, it's orange, it's the new juice color, so we're calling it juiced up. And yeah, honestly, like, it's incredible how the sun hits this color and how it explodes.
It pops. Yeah, I mean, you can see this thing from about a mile away. I think it's actually reflecting off the glass in that building over there.
Yeah, it's pretty darn cool. In fact, when you're trying to take a photograph on a sunny day, you can see the orange on the tarmac. It's absolutely crazy. But
it's pretty close to Rebel Orange, right?
It's very close to Rebel Orange.
Yep.
You know, I was actually out shopping for another orange one, and the day that I was going to buy an older one, just because I wanted the color, they released this juice color.
And you went, great.
I went, I'll just get a new one.
Yeah.
In fact, the dealership that had the other one was kind of shocked when I said, no, hey, they're about to release this. I'll take a new one instead.
Womp womp womp.
Yeah. Well, now everybody's happy and they still go to sale.
So what is obviously you did everything to it, but walk me through it. What was the premise of this build and what parts got you there?
Well, the real premise behind it was because we have a new bobbed bed out, and for those that have seen our flatbeds and canopies, this is a bobbed flatbed with a canopy on there as well. So I was really looking for something to help push the product and get people to understand what it is. Yeah. Because like the departure angles are absolutely insane on this thing. So and Gladiators normally get hung up when you're trying to rock roll.
Absolutely, yeah.
So what we decided to do is build up a Jeep that we're going to wheel. Okay. I have my two-door that's stretched, and so I want to do something similar. So these are Dana 70 axles. They're Curries, high pinions, and they're 74 inches wide, which is way outside of standard.
Yeah.
But we are running, Maxxis tires, and that's a 42-inch tire. It's a Trepador. These are not the competition ones. My other one runs the comps, but this I drive on the street, on the regular. So, we just started getting crazy on it.
Just looking at it real quick, even though it's 74 inches wide, the way you have the offset and the size of the wheel and tire, it doesn't look like it sticks out crazy.
No.
Like it looks really appropriate for the build.
Well, part of that I think has to do also with how we set up the vehicle and also the fenders. That's our new fender, and of course the fender in the back is part of the bobbed bed. Yeah. But KMC wheels, obviously beadlocks because we wheel these things. In fact, just before we came down here, we're in Moab for a few days, and we had these things. We aired them down to 8 pounds. That's my standard tire pressure.
I see some dirt on the tires, a little rubbing on the fresh rubber there.
Yeah, these things happen, and it's so well built that really we just said, okay, as long as we don't roll it over, it's going to be fine to be at SEMA. Yeah. And we cleaned the crap out of it.
Yeah, I bet you did. Well, it's beautiful. What do you run for suspension on this build?
So this is our suspension up front is our Recon DSS, which is our dual shock system from Rebel. It holds a 2.5 coilover and a 2.5 triple bypass shock.
This is a long way from the pink shock boots of the full-size trucks of the 80s. This is a completely modern version. So when you think dual shock, think dual racing shocks.
Yes, dual racing shocks. And everything's customizable on them. And because you can control the rebound on them, you can control the compression on them. These things are so well dialed, and you're all tunable. Yeah. So we set it up depending on when somebody's getting this from us, that DSS kit from us. We set it up so that the vehicle, for their vehicle, are they running? What size tire they're running? How heavy is that tire going to be? Are they running big axles? What inertia are we trying to control? Because it's not just about the sprung weight. The unsprung weight can if it's bouncing back at you, you got to control that.
Because you have to control the axle wanting to join the vehicle. And, and a lot of people think that compression's where you want to adjust, but you really want to adjust on both sides.
Yes, you do.
Especially when you do axles. Now, you've built enough of these where you know this platform inside and out, and these things come pretty dialed. Like, you have a pretty good idea of where the valving, where the adjustments need to be, where customer comes to Rebel, they get the vehicle built, they're probably 90% of the way they're driving out of the driveway.
Yes, they are. What we actually do, but again, we don't order the coilover or the bypass shock until we know what the vehicle is going to be built like. Because they have a steel bumper, do they have a winch?
Yep.
Are they running a spare tire on the back? No spare tire, where's the weight going to be, etc. So when we're doing it, yes, we're actually going to order that coilover, the spring rates as well as the valving. Same thing on the bypass shock. We're going to set it up ahead of time, and that's the way we're going to order it. We've got a whole different spec sheet for different builds.
And if people want to find out more, website's rebeloffroad.com?
Yep, rebeloffroad.com, and you can check out all of our products. As I said, this one's got our new fenders on there as well. That's cool. It's a really cool looking fender. That's all aluminum, by the way.
The fender's aluminum?
That's an
It looks like a
aluminum
factory high fender that's been chopped, and knowing that it's aluminum is even cooler than that.
Yep, we actually use the stamp process to make those.
Very cool.
So they come out, fitting all the time.
Yeah, they look great.
Yeah.
Look absolutely great. And you have multiple locations now too, right?
Yeah, we do. We got Texas. We're actually moving the Texas facility closer to Dallas. Right now we're in Fort Worth, moving closer to Dallas, and then we have Orange County out in California. And we'll see how this economy goes. Maybe we'll open up another one.
All right. Good to see you at SEMA. Appreciate it.
Thanks. Good seeing you,
Thank
buddy.
All right. Next on the list is. I'm sorry, ma'am. What's your name?
Hey, it's Sean, right? This is Kirsten with Cobb Tuning yet again.
So I'm here with our friend who's the line jumper and diva, who said, "Hey, do me," and I have to get back to my booth. Nobody ever said, I need to get back to booth duty. They would say, oh, the interview took too long outside. I have to hang out there longer.
Yeah.
You're just too dedicated to your craft.
It's just, you don't get to be manufacturer of the year by slacking off. Sean.
All right, fair. All right, what do we have behind us? Because I think this one's pretty cool.
Yeah, we've got a 2025 Ford Raptor Ranger in desert tan featuring all of these crazy Cobb graphics that we had designed in-house. And this truck has survived some things on the Rebel Rally this year.
And you and a partner were in the 10th anniversary of the Rebel Rally.
That's right.
And you put that Raptor through all of its paces.
All of its paces. Every aftermarket partner that we worked with, we torture tested the ever-loving heck out of their products this year.
All right, so what's on the Ranger Raptor?
Yeah.
By the way, Bronco Raptors, I like to call Raptors.
Yeah.
Is a Ranger Raptor a Raptor?
That is what I jokingly
like
call it. Yeah.
Is that
it's a Raptor, yeah.
Raptor.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
That's right. So we worked with Triple R Lighting, so they're a pretty interesting and innovative brand out of the UK, a division of laser lights, and they've got some incredible ambers specifically on there that work exceptionally well. We worked with Mayhem Wheels. TSW Off-Road was an incredible partner for rebuilding shocks. I've got a driver who's never seen something that could be perceived as a jump that she didn't immediately accept as one. So TSW came in awful handy. The Cobb intercooler, the Leitner bed rack came in absolutely clutch for the Rebel.
We love Bernard, we love Leitner, and his ACS bed rack. The forging is one of the best things on the market in terms of bed accessories. I mean, just amazing.
Really. For an event where you have two people over 10 days doing self-sustained everything, a place to put gear and recovery gear and camping gear and max tracks.
You've got his pods on there, the boxes that hang from it, which makes accessibility to those things amazing.
Incredible. Yeah, for all the stuff that you don't want to have to dig to get to. I tell people all the time that there's nothing worse than needing recovery gear in the first place, but then having to dig to get to it will just make you an angry mess. So we've got that. We partnered weirdly with Ford Performance as their first showing, helping the grassroots program out at Rebel.
Awesome.
Partnered with Mayhem Wheels with the Wheel Group, and they were an incredible partner for us this year. Pro Eagle Jacks. Chuck and the boys
Chuck
came
and Pro
through.
Eagle.
Yeah.
Love them.
Yeah, same. The rest of the partners are Urban Off-Road, who did a merch line for us. We had Factor 55. They supplied us with an entire outrageous recovery bag.
Justin's amazing.
Yeah, God bless them. They came through with more than we could have possibly hoped for. So that was incredible. Power tank, they set us up with dual power tanks.
The Sasaki's, amazing people.
Incredible.
Yep.
Steve was incredibly hard to get to and one of the nicest guys I've worked with in this business.
He is.
Mickey Thompson supplied us with the Baja Boss MTs. We worked with Boostane, who supplied all of our fuel costs for the rally, which is
that's nice.
Not insignificant when you're talking about course fueling. Mayhem, I mentioned. Raptor Strike is a podcast that supported us. Motley supplied us with tool rolls that met all of the weird needs of the Raptor, because the Raptor includes some really unique hardware that you can't buy tools for just out in the wild.
Sure.
Yet. So, really thankful for all of them.
Is that why your bumper is still shaped like that?
Okay, you don't have to come for me quite like that, Sean. Yeah, it's funny. The rules of this showcase actually include that the vehicles are supposed to be detailed and free of visible damage.
Okay, well, that's not this one.
Yeah.
At neither of those points.
That's right. We've got a gas tank that's currently ratchet strapped on and a front bumper that thinks...
It's frowny, got a little bit of a frowny face.
Yeah, she's doing great. She's doing great. She's hanging in there.
It's more of a grimace because it knows it's coming in for the landing.
That's right.
It's not, but it likes it because it was in the air, so it's willing to put up with it.
That's right. And then obviously Cobb was a huge sponsor for us. Incredibly grateful for their support for the rally for the last few years. And Rally Ready Racing School out of Dale, Texas was a big support for us this year with the wrap and the design and graphics guys Motorsports out of Austin, Texas. It's been getting this one rally ready was a challenge, and I'm incredibly grateful for all the sponsors.
And getting it back to its previous condition will also be a challenge.
That's the driver's problem, right? Like, as the navigator, my work here is done. So, yeah, you're welcome, Amanda.
So, congratulations on finishing.
Thanks. Yeah, on finishing, we survived.
Surviving?
Yeah. As you may see from some of the body damage, we had a
fun
few
time.
Mechanical dilemmas. Adventures.
Yes.
Yeah, but we pulled it out, finished the thing, and really grateful to Tora for some reason allowing me to break the rules and show up with a truck that violates all of them, but looks pretty cool.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes you need to show people that these things aren't just for beauty, that they get used.
That's right.
And it's fun.
I've had people through the booth all week commenting on, oh man, that's so cool. That truck's actually out there getting used.
Yeah, there you go. So you know what? Mission accomplished.
That's right.
All right, well, I guess I'll talk to you in the next interview also, because I'll probably see you 3-4 more times during this week.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
It's been a while since I saw a GMT 400 crew cab pickup truck. That's lifted up crazy. This is a 2000 from Killraiser Customs, and I'm with?
Yeah, Sam.
So tell me about it. This is. I feel like we've gone a little bit back old school to the late 2000s here at the SEMA show.
Yeah,
keeping it OG, keeping it real. And but there's a little bit of modern flair of how we do it today. It's a little bit different, but the vibe is totally like late 2000s.
Right. And that was kind of what we were shooting for. I kind of wanted a throwback, like retro, but with a new school twist.
Yeah.
That's kind of where we were at.
I think you got there.
That was the goal. So I think we did all right. We did put a Duramax in it, so that was kind of a new school thing.
Okay.
Compound turbos, but then
which Duramax?
So that's the LB7.
LB7. Okay.
Yep. And then we did a pusher intakes compound turbo setup, S475 over the stock, which makes this thing just insane
to drive. It's probably stupid, right?
Yeah. And then I wanted to go back to the 90s, the 2000s, and that cool feel of shifting gears, so I put an NV4500 behind the Duramax.
Yeah, good on you. That's awesome.
So that was
doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, so just kind of wanted to make it unique like we always do.
So this is cool. So like you look at like a lot of the modern vehicles, black roofs are super in right now.
Right.
You did old school two-tone, but it's reversed. You got teal on top, black on the bottom.
Yep.
And then how tall is this thing lifted?
So it's sitting at a 16-inch lift right now. I wanted to go a little smaller, but then I was
because they didn't make 17 or what?
I don't know. I wanted to keep it fully functional. I want to drive it. I want to play with it. I don't want it so top heavy. I wanted no issues with the front drive line. That's a huge one. When you start going big, it starts turning into other things. So it's a fully functional four-wheel drive. It's got lunchbox lockers front and rear, 588 gears. It's a beast.
Whose kit is it?
As far as lift, it's my own. So,
dude, sick. It's awesome. I love the plate and all the water jetting or laser cut, whatever.
So it's all done on a plasma table.
Beautiful.
1/4-inch plate, all designed, cut, fabricated by me.
Looks awesome.
Thank you.
And then wheel and tire size.
So we got 22x12 TIS 544s and that brushed finish, kind of like an old school brush finish.
I love the brush finish.
And then we did 40-inch Nitto mud grapplers, 15.5 inches wide. Got some sidewall. We can go play. We don't have to worry about scuffing a wheel, curving a wheel.
Yeah.
So
and you can run over people like that honk for no reason.
That honk all the time.
So talk about the rack system and what you have in your bed, because that's the eye catcher on the truck. The truck itself is badass, but then you walk by and you go, oh
there's three in there.
There's three, yeah.
So that is a Chasing Big Days action, power sports, whatever you want to call it, but it's their rack, and they're designed over the action-packed people, like anybody that wants action motorsports, right? So It is a fully adjustable. It'll fit any truck, any bed size. Their main thing was being able to put dirt bikes in a short bed, shut your tailgate.
Yeah.
Plus, you got all the storage up in front of the bikes that you can put all your gear
the
bags,
bikes
your
are at a
toolbox.
45-degree
Yep.
angle. They're basically the tires will be on like where the headache rack is.
Yep.
So that gives you storage in front of the rear wheel to the bulkhead.
Yep.
And you can put the tailgate up
You can
without
put the
having
tailgate
it
up.
down.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they offer all sorts of mounts for that. They've got mountain bike racks. They've got snowboard racks. They've got high lift jack mounts. Like I've got a high lift jack underneath those right now, and then they've got the molly panel on the back.
But do you have the high lift jack for this?
Well, I might have to carry a stump around. I haven't got that far ahead yet, but
What's that stump for? It's for my jack.
it's for my jack
base.
so I can change my tire if I get stuck. Yeah, no, super cool design. They were here last year. They actually won Best New Product of the Year last year.
Cool.
Their name change, of course, is different now. They were boundary racks before, and now they're chasing big days. And then as far as the roof rack goes, so that roof rack was actually designed for search and rescue by XK Glow Lighting.
Okay.
So you can actually kick that on and rotate that light 360 degrees with the knob. That's a spotlight.
Oh,
And
jeez.
then you can direct traffic with it. You can turn all four of them on. Super cool concept, super helpful.
So think of it like a really short pyramid sitting on top, and within the sides of the pyramid are light bars that are controllable at all 360 degrees all the way around.
Yeah, you can just rotate the knob all the way
And then you
around.
have a basket in the middle, so you can still put stuff in the rack itself.
So I really kind of want to put a rooftop tent on there. I might have to get a 20-foot ladder, but
It's going to be really hard to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night.
Yeah, you might just stand out the edge and just go.
Hope you don't hit the truck.
Yeah, that's it.
We've all been there.
So,
or maybe we haven't. I don't know. I've been there.
I've been there for sure.
And then you got lighting on the front. Your bumper looks really good. It matches perfectly on this.
It turned out great. So, trail ready bumpers, super high quality bumper, heavy duty, 2.5-inch tube. Like, we're not going to mess it up. We stuffed a 20,000 pound carbon off-road winch in there. I'm pretty sure it'll rip the bumper off before the winch stalls, but it's there.
Yeah, no side pulls.
Right. And then we have XK Go lighting all the way through it. We've got their XK rock lights, the roof rack, bumper lights, rear bumper lights. We do have a trail ready bumper on the rear as well. We ended up getting a retract system in the bed. The power retracts.
Yeah, those are awesome.
So once the bikes aren't in there, you just push the button and close your bed cover.
It's all locked up and
Locked
watertight.
up, ready to go. So if you want to go camping and you don't want to take your bikes, you have dry storage in there. It's kind of a cool concept. I said this in 2019 when I built my first OBS, right? So I was getting interviewed by BD Diesel 2019.
Yeah.
And the lady that was doing the interview, she's like, "What made you build an OBS?" And I was like, I want to build my high school wet dream of a build.
Exactly.
And I've been trying to
now you're old enough and you afford it.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you did it. Now, if you could go back in time to high school you'd be pretty badass to him, right?
Dude, I'd be the talk of school, man.
And if you told him, hey, this is going to be you one day, you probably wouldn't believe yourself.
Yeah, I wouldn't. There's no way. There's no way. I never in a million years thought I'd be here today.
Well, Sam, good to see you, man. I love the build. I love the old school vibe, and hopefully you have a great show. Congrats on getting this thing done.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Okay, next up, Icon. Who am I with?
I'm Scott from Icon.
And this year you've got a new GX.
Correct.
And it's freaking cool. You know what I love about this one is it's not overly done. It's super clean. It could easily be dailied, but there's a lot of performance hidden in the details.
Sleeper.
And underneath. It's a total sleeper.
Total sleeper.
So want to walk us through it?
Sure, no problem. So yeah, it's a 24 GX 550. This truck is actually one of Lexus's vehicles.
Okay.
All those guys are rad. They use it all over the country, take it all over the place, and it's been one of our key R&D trucks for it. What it's sitting on now is 3-inch diameter coilovers in the front with our electronic shocks, the CDEV.
Oh, very cool, yeah.
And 3.0s out back, so it's Raptor level of shock damping going on.
There's a lot of shock damping in that thing.
And then we've got all billet arms, upper in the front, lowers in the back, and uppers and lowers in the back. Billet track bar, whole billet kit. It's a Lexus after all.
Yeah, you got to have a little blinged, right?
Right.
Like if you're gonna listen. You're showing up in a GX, there's a little bit of a flex going on there, but
Slightly.
if you show up with just like common man Toyota parts, come on.
Yeah,
you got the Lexus, you stepped up, you got a nice soft leather and a better dash, like
Exactly.
billet.
Yeah, exactly.
Billet.
And 2.0 bump stops, like the whole thing. I forget what stage it would ultimately end up being, but one of the top end stage, it's got
all of them?
pretty much everything on it, the Infinity stage. But it works super good. It's such a nice car.
How much travel do you have out of it?
The front, I think, is just shy of 12 inches. It's like 11
that's
and
really
change.
perfect for a streetable, like go on an adventure, and with that much shock damping, you can really control the up travel and be totally fine hucking it over stuff.
Yeah, it works good. And to be honest, like all the new Toyota platforms, like they're all pretty similar.
They're the same,
right? There's
a little detail differences. There might be a sensor here, a brake line bracket there, but like the hard points are essentially the same. across the lineup.
Right, and so like of the different vehicles, right? Toyota 4Runner, whatever.
Yeah.
The GX, I think, or we think, is the kind of that magic combination. You got the bigger drivetrain, bigger axles, bigger.
I love the
motor.
drivetrain on this because you basically get the V6 turbo, but you're not forced into a hybrid to do it.
Correct.
And it's sort of like the best of both worlds, and you get a little bit nicer interior, a little bit nicer, paint, and gaps are a little bit better. It's just a little more nicely crafted than just a 4Runner or just a Land Cruiser, but. It's just that little extra makes the GX a really nice vehicle to drive, and it's already better isolated for sound absorption and things like that. So you get an off-road tire. You're not going to be like, oh, it's too loud, this thing sucks. It's going to be like, no, it's still quiet and it rides great.
Yeah, right, exactly. And the one thing that we want to wheel it, but we don't. It's so nice inside. We're gonna have to do it with the windows up. I don't want to get like dust all over the place. Like it never comes out.
You're so fancy.
Yeah.
Are you used to having your pinky in your mouth when you drive?
Oh, you gotta. You gotta hit Starbucks first before you go anywhere.
Definitely gotta hit the Starbucks. Except you've got the Starbucks hard cup that they just refill, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
you got to look out for the environment after all. But it's super cool truck. It's got NITOP stuff on it all over too. Their exhaust, some skid plates, titanium exhaust. Sounds cool. It's a really nice car, and we are hoping to do more stuff with it. So we've got more planned.
You get to keep it for a while?
Yeah.
Sometimes those loaners are like, hey, it's 6 months or it's a year, and sometimes they're like, we're just going to conveniently forget about it for a while. Keep doing things because we can't do it and you can, right?
So exactly.
We've all played that game before.
Yep. Yeah, they take it and it comes and goes, but the platform, we've got more planned, and we're lucky enough it was the runner-up in the truck off-road category for the best new product.
Awesome.
So we're stoked on that. The exact kit that's on this truck, actually. It's
and as a company, as Icon, you guys have been killing it with applications lately. There's a lot of stuff. Of course, you have pretty much full coverage on Toyota now, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
And then maybe walk us through some of the other newer applications that have come, because it feels like we've turned over quite a few platforms lately.
Yeah, it all comes in waves, right?
Yeah,
so
right,
everybody
totally.
comes out with new models kind of the same year, few years. All the full coverage Toyota, pretty much full coverage for all the Ford stuff anymore. Like we haven't done much with like Bronco Raptor yet, or Ranger Raptor for that matter. We got a couple little things, but outside of that, across the board, Chevy's actually getting a big push this year. So we're going to have a lot more offerings for Chevy because we've always kind of been a little.
I feel like they've
there.
really upped their game too.
Yeah, they're nice trucks, and everyone kind of falls into their favorite vehicles, and we kind of got a little Toyota heavy for a while and neglected the bow tie a little. So we're fixing that this year, so it'll be fun.
Right on. And if people want to go find out more about this kit or any Icon products, what's your website?
Head on over to iconvehicledynamics.com, and got a cool YouTube with a bunch of information on there too.
Right on. Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, Sean.
All right, here I'm with Colton and Derek from Hot Shot Off-Road in front of a very nice Bronco. And tell me about the build. This thing is it's pretty sweet.
Thank you. Appreciate
Good morning.
So this is a 23 Outer Banks. This was a project that we were not planning to have done this quickly. We knew we wanted to bring the Bronco here. We did have a suspension on it. We had the vinyl wrap done, and that was basically it on the truck. Once we got part of the Tour Showcase, we did a full overhaul. So pretty much everything from the tires up have been completely redone. We started off with knowing that we wanted to run at least 37s, ended up with 38s here. We are running the Nittos on here. Suspension-wise, we start off with the Icon CDXSs. It's a kit that we have not personally tested yet. We love Icon. They do some amazing things. So we did start with those. Upgraded tie rods with the HDs from Icon. And then to kind of complete that bottom half, Ford Racing, big support from them. They actually sponsored us with the upgraded 488 rear axle.
Oh, nice. Right on.
Yep, we need upgrades. We were running the small 4.2s on here, so we needed a little bit more power for this bigger truck.
Yep.
They also supplied the front M210 with the E-locker for us as well. And then we finished it off with the CV half shafts up front, as well as, of course, a wiring kit for the locker. And then to protect all that, RCI, another big shout out to them. They've supported the build with our armor. So we have sliders, full skids all the way through, from the front all the way to the rear, shock guards. Deviate also helped with some of our other protecting components there too. Then came all the design aspects kind of from there. So our vinyl wrap was designed by Pure Blind, installed locally down in Phoenix, Arizona is where they're located at H&M Designs. They did a really good job. They had to wrap those new fenders and hood that were provided by Anderson Composites. So
they make some really nice fiberglass
amazing
composites.
things. We were super. I mean,
the finish of their stuff's really nice.
I mean, we almost barely had to massage it,
which is rare for fiberglass fenders.
So rare. I mean, the smallest adjustments.
Yeah.
So they went on really well. We're really happy with it. We do have their carbon fiber hood where we left the hood vent, of course, exposed, so you can still see that carbon fiber. Give it a little flare. Something that I'm going to let Colton speak to is our lighting project. We had some ideas of what we wanted to do. The first thing is that, Dio just won their tour product of the year with their 20-inch light bar down there, which was awesome.
Yeah, they make a great product too.
They do an amazing job. So all of our lighting is diode or technically form lighting with the headlights on here. My favorite feature, maybe not Colton's because he did something cooler, but my favorite is the custom crosslink pod. Those are on the roof there. Those are the new C2.0s from Diode. There's not a technically dedicated crosslink that they make for it, so we took some of their pieces that they make and actually made our own brackets to be able to mount it up there on the roof.
So you have 7 white lights, and they're bookmarked on each end by 2 ambers on each side, so 4 ambers. That thing must just when you do that, do animals come out of the ground because they think it's daytime? Like what happens when you're off road when you light this up?
Funny enough, those are the new max power ones too, so they absolutely come out of the ground. Yeah, it's daylight when you turn it on. So
yeah, I mean, truth be told, that by itself could probably that's enough forward lighting. We haven't measured it.
Yeah,
but it should punch well into deep over a mile.
It's
just direct visibility.
That's amazing.
They're an incredible.
All right, covered on lighting, check.
Yeah, lighting is good.
Yeah, so I mean, as far as the other stuff, the only one thing that he didn't mention yet, we do have a custom one-piece Adams drive shaft hiding down there as well.
Okay.
So it's all protected, but they made a one-piece for us that made it up with the new front and rear components for Ford Performance.
Yeah, and a big thank you to them too because it's not a product being offered necessarily to the public just yet. So it was definitely more of I wouldn't say the word a risk, but it was definitely an adventure for them and for us. And so, especially being out here in Vegas, super thankful for them.
Yeah, it was a measure 5 times cut once. Because we only got one shot at it right before the show. So they're like,
right.
It's either coming or it's not.
That's right.
As far as the other lighting stuff goes, so we had that one-piece light bar. We've got scene lighting on the side, so there's 2 pods on either side to light up the sides. Then we made a custom chase light, so essentially the crosslink like you got on the top, we got a 4-pod on the back that's tied into a chase circuit. And then Derek will probably talk about the Armadillo hardtop a little bit, but inside of those gull-wing doors, when they kick open, they're on a reed switch that lights up the pocket. So we have a Diodynamics rock light that lights up pocket when that gull-wing is flipped open. But, tell them about the hardtop.
Yeah, the hardtop was worth the wait. It took quite a while. It's from Armadillo Designs. I knew when I got this Bronco that I didn't want a hardtop. I wanted to do an aftermarket, so we converted from the soft top to this one. It's amazing. It's got everything that we want, but some of the cool features of it is it allowed us to do more of this aggressive / off-road Baja look that we want to go for future projects. You can see we got the Molly panels on the gull wings there, so we opted to not have actual glass windows, to have the utility and versatility of them as well. They also made some custom mounting brackets for us. So the roof rack was was provided by Trail Racks. Another thank you for them. But that is actually not designed for this type of hardtop. It's actually for factory hardtops. So Armadillo made some custom brackets for us to be able to mount that. And it was all
good.
It looks great.
Like you wouldn't think it's a one-off or a prototype. It looks all like production.
Exactly. And being plug and play, I mean, there was no custom cutting, no fabbing, no nothing we had to do. We did a little bit of different hardware just for our setup. That was it. So it tied everything together. We got our Rome cases because they were another sponsor for us as well. Got the Rome case up there for utility, but we can also remove those and run RTTs if we need to. Go out on the weekend, do things like that. And then kind of to wrap everything else up for the interior, so in the cargo area, there is a custom slide out that we built for one of our sponsors, IceCo. They have the new IPT 20 fridge. So kind of a contractor / day trip fridge. Slides right out on a aluminum system that we made. We've got our power system back there. And then to tie all that into, we do have Apex Designs, their air support system tied into our ARB twin compressor. So we have air up and down as quickly as we need to.
And you guys built this in how many weeks?
We got it done in about 37 days.
Not enough weeks.
37 days.
Well, that's great. You wouldn't be able to tell that this wasn't a year-long build.
Yeah, no, we appreciate it. It's been a lot of love. And the last part we really have is Clausio. They made custom leather for us for the trucks. We got our headrest done with our logo. And it tied the rest of it in, and you can see all the other aesthetics. And again, all the lighting can power a city.
Yeah, we're shooting for just that very, very streetable build that you can just lash on if you need to. So,
totally. I think you're successful.
That was the goal.
So, if people want to find out more about Hot Shot Off Road,
I mean, you can find us. We're on all the socials. So, Instagram, Facebook, Hot Shot Off Road is exactly how it reads. Of course, you can find us hotshotoffroad.com, and our YouTube, as always, has anybody been lacking a little bit, but we have it's on the later this year and into 2026 horizon. We'll post dramatically more stuff like this.
Awesome.
More builds coming.
Yep. Yeah. You can find us on the forum too. We are Sasquatch, which is top tier sponsors for the community. So we always appreciate that.
You have seen us. Oh yeah. Who's that Sasquatch guy?
We laid real quiet, and then we're like, here's the build, and now it's our time to give back to everyone and be able to give our knowledge out there.
So. Cool. Right on, guys. We'll appreciate your time and have a great rest of the show.
Yeah,
awesome. Thank you so much, Sean. Appreciate the time.
All right, walking down the line, there is a beautiful early Bronco here from Viva Chassis.
Yep.
And you're Josh Butcher, and what's your role at Viva?
So I'm the CEO.
Okay, so you're pretty important then.
Oh yeah.
This I love early Broncos when they're clean and done right. This is a really pretty one.
Well, thank you. So basically, we came up with the idea of doing a Godzilla swap build several years ago.
So you're basically doing the Lord's work, is what you're telling me.
Yeah. So from there,
nothing like big horsepower and torque and really short wheelbase.
Yes. Well, and we couldn't just do the Godzilla. We had to throw the whip on top.
Of course.
You know?
I mean, you couldn't stop there. If you're gonna go big, you're gonna go all the way.
Yeah.
Does it do wheel stands?
We haven't yet, so we're still in the testing phase. So
you mean scared?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
We did tune it down a little bit, so we're at 700 horsepower now.
So we reined it back in. You should be totally fine. No wheel lift at all.
Yeah. But we basically built the engine. Indy Power Products helped us out with that, their front drive unit, and put the Whipple on for us. And then we built the chassis around that. Then Body by Hartman built us a brand new tub to go around that.
Nice.
So, I mean, there was a lot of custom work that went to it.
A lot of custom work.
It's taken us 22 months to get to this
So
point.
This is not a factory body?
It is not.
It looks really good.
Yep.
Like you can usually tell the repo bodies because there's only a couple companies out there that make them with the spot welds in the right place or the right little imperfections that came from the factory, and some of them are too good, some of them are way too bad, right?
Yeah.
This looks really nice.
Yeah, Ronnie Hartman from Body by Hartman is amazing. So he's using the Dennis Carpenter parts, and he's got the jigs and the fixtures to do it right, so you can't tell. From there, we've got a 10R80 from Power by the Hour, and Atlas 2 transfer case, and the axle.
4-to-1, 3-to-1?
I honestly, that one's 4-to-1.
4-to-1, okay.
Yeah. Then we did the Tom's off-road axles. We've got a Ford 9-inch fabricated rear end,
Very
and a Dana 44 in the front. The Radflow coilovers all the way around. So
Landon the guys.
Yeah, gave us a really nice stance with it. And steering's taken care of with PSC, with having their power steering with the RAM assist.
Yeah.
So keeps us going nice and straight.
Whose wheels are those? That's a really cool looking wheel.
Yeah, that's the KMCs.
Okay.
And then for the tires, went with the BF Goodwrench. It's the KM3s.
It's funny, if anybody were to ask what some of the trends are at this show, walking around, you're starting to see sort of the 90s forged, either machined or polished, starting to come back.
Yep.
And, it's funny because people haven't quite figured out, to match whether you go chrome or satin or machine. So you're seeing a little mixture of stuff still. But the wheels everybody's tired of, dark wheels. Everything's coming back. I saw a Super Duty Tremor
with like a 90s style machine, but in a modern fitment. I was like, that looks pretty good on that truck.
Yeah.
And on your Bronco, it looks really, really good too.
One of the nice subtle touches we did on this one to keep it with the 66 Trent is that's an early Bronco eyebrow grill that they only made in early 66. And then we've got the all red taillight lenses and the flat dash pad.
Cool.
The glove box doesn't have the spot for the
exposed fuel doors also?
Fillers? Yep. And it's a single tank. We went with the Tom's 23-gallon tank. That way we had plenty of fuel that we could actually drive by a gas station or two.
And Kevin over at Rock Slide made you some custom Rock Slide rockers, but steps as well?
Yeah, we work with Tom's Off-Road, so they have an exclusive kit with them made for the EBs. So
Tom's Off-Road, man, those guys are awesome. They can do a lot of great stuff.
Yep, they're a great partner of ours. The interior is basically all through them besides the car parts. Dan Carr did the console, and he did our hood vents, and when you open it up, the door sills, we got custom Viva ones that he did.
Not Viva Las Vegas, Viva La Godzilla.
Yes, yep. So we purchased Viva Broncos in 2022, my wife and I did, and then shortly after that we pivoted to changing the name to Viva Chassis. So long term we want to be able to get into more than just Broncos. But for these first few years we've showcased the Broncos, and we've done 22 early Bronco chassis builds now.
Okay, so you're basically building and supplying chassis for people doing restos and things like that, or if they want to do a rusted mod modern drivetrain, and then you can get the brackets and the engine in the right spot for them, that kind of stuff.
Correct. So this is the first full build we've been part of, and we collaborated with American Vintage 4-Wheel Drive out of Mentone, Indiana to finish it, because our ideal client is those restoration shops like you were talking about, or the hobbyists, so we didn't want to step on their toes and do a full build.
Got it.
So it's all strongly about collaborations, and we had a great team to get everything put together and to get us to this point.
And you guys are in Wabash, Indiana?
Yep, that's correct.
Cool. And then if somebody wants to know more about the business, where do they go?
Yep, VivaChassis.com.
All right. I'm telling you, you would walk by this and you'd be hard pressed for a Bronco guy to not pick out like this wasn't a OG Bronco body. Like, it's really nice. Obviously, you can see on the inside, the different inner fender liners and stuff like that. But you would change those anyway. The outside it's stunning. It's and just so for the people listening, it's sort of a mix between, like I would say, a sand and a cream. Like, it's not as brown as a sand, but it's a little darker than a cream.
Yeah, it's actually the original factory Wolverine white.
Okay.
Yep. So another cube going back to 66.
It's funny. It's like Wimbledon white. You usually see it paired with like blue, or it's just the hardtop color. You don't see it too often as the whole body, but the way you have it here, I don't know if it's the way the sun is on it or whatever. It almost has some like more depth than I'm used to in a Wimbledon white.
Correct. Yeah.
And it looks great. And then with the machine wheels, it's very cool, and black soft top. So thanks again for sharing it with us. This is really awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, so I'm at the last truck from the SEMA Tora Truck and Off-Road Alliance Feature Vehicle Showcase. In the background, you'll probably hear a little bit of some drifting racing action, but we'll try and talk over it. This truck is one of my favorites. It's a 65 Dodge D200 quad cab, and it's got a utility box on the back. It was done by Zachary James Hildago, standing next to me right now, Zach. This thing is beautiful, and it looks like it's a $100,000 build from a shop, and you spent literally the last 5 months working full-time and wrenching on it until 2 in the morning to get to SEMA.
Yes, so we got our first sponsorship deal through Randy's Worldwide to do the build in late March of this year. And it took every night, day after work, working from about 6:30 in the afternoon until 2 in the morning. For, like I said, the first month I kind of was off the gas, thinking that
you got time.
We got time. And then at 5 months I was like, we're out of time. Yeah, we were working as many hours as we could. I got to give a big thanks to my friends. I have a bunch of friends that came and just donated their time when they could here and there to help me with different parts of the build.
Rad.
I have to give a huge thanks to Paint Geek. He painted this truck in 2.5 weeks.
It's gorgeous.
Did all the paint work, and it hasn't even been cut and buff yet. That's exactly how it came out of the booth.
Wow.
And yeah, it was a real build that I learned a lot from. One, on how to plan a build out. That was a huge part, because I didn't even have a plan of what we were going to do. I didn't know what chassis, what engine, what color we were going to do. Nothing at 6 months.
You're just going to build it. Why this truck though?
So really, this truck was a whole mistake. I got a Facebook Marketplace ad sent to me by my friend, and it wasn't even for the truck. It was for like a late model car in a junkyard. And in the background, I could see the double like D-shaped windows.
Yeah.
And I had no clue what the thing was. So I messaged the guy that he sent me his contact and reached out to him. I said, hey, what's that truck sitting in the background? And he said, oh, it's an old Dodge. If you want to come take a look at it, come down.
Yeah.
So I came down. I got the truck for $1,200. It was originally a Forest service truck with the service bed on it. So the service bed is pretty much all original except for the rear section of the bumper we redid.
That's amazing because obviously you had to straighten some stuff out, right?
Oh yeah,
because I mean, you wouldn't know that that's the original service bed from this thing at all.
Yeah, so the tops were thankfully really straight. But then the wheel tubs we had to redo. I made them match the front. Then the rear bumper kind of emulated some newer bed styles with doing like the vice bench style bumper. But when it came down to planning this truck, like I said, I was going to adapt all new suspension to the original chassis. Started to take a look at it, realized it wasn't a smart thing to do. There was going to be a bunch of fabrication that was needed and engineering to go into it to make it strong. So we literally just started going online and looking up frame widths of different trucks. Yeah. So the original frame width from 1965 was
34 or something like that?
It was 38.
38, okay.
Yeah, so 38 and ironically a 2008 Ford F-250 Super Duty was 38 inches too.
No way, really?
So then my dad, he's the best at finding marketplace deals and eBay deals. He hopped online, found me a chassis within a couple hours. It was up in Sacramento, a couple hours from us. Drove up there late, picked it up, brought it back to the shop, and immediately with a donor mock-up block, started stabbing this 12-valve in it to figure out how we were going to mount it.
Well, that's the other thing. So this has a 12-valve Cummins shoved in it.
Yes.
Which, this is not a very big engine compartment. It's made for a V8.
Yep.
Not a straight six.
Yep.
And you still have to have room for the massive turbo.
Yep.
The intercooler and cooling stack.
Yep.
And you had to cut into the firewall and kind of make a little bit of a doghouse because you had to push the engine back in order to get all your cooling in there,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Intercooler, all that stuff.
So originally this truck had a V8 in with a 3-speed and had no such thing as a trans tunnel, no firewall bump, none of that. So when the thing came back from sandblast, there was only like 50% of the floor left.
I know the feeling.
So we just kept cutting and cutting away until we got solid metal again, and we started there. So when the engine trans was sitting in there, the first time I sat it down, I said, cylinder 5 and 6 are going to be up by my knees.
Yeah.
They're going to be way back. So I started out with like welding wire, framing up a frame around all of the engine transmission. The transmission that's behind this Cummins is kind of a unique combination. It's adapted to an Allison 1000 6-speed.
Oh, nice.
So
this thing probably drives awesome.
Yeah, and the Allison 1000 with the amount of tuning you can do, and that's a built transmission from...
Did you do like a Cummins swap kit, basically, to help facilitate? You did all on your own?
I built it all.
Dude, that's awesome. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 22.
Dude! This is an incredible build for somebody who's 22. Like, kudos to you, man.
I appreciate it. Yeah, so there's a company that made the adapt kit to go from Cummins to the Allison. Yeah. Bought that, and then some guys local to me had done swaps like this, so they had some knowledge on the wiring harness and TCU I needed. And so with their information and then what I knew I needed to do, once we got the transmission built, Merchant Automotive sponsored transmission in this. They built a 600 horsepower capable transmission, custom my specs for the Cummins, and then Zimbrota sponsored the transfer case behind that. So the thing was that I wanted to stay with a NP 273 transfer case out of the Ford because it's double chain, a little bit more robust,
a little durable,
and it's manual shift, which was something I really wanted. Well, the clocking on that transfer case to transmission was not going to work.
Oh, bummer.
So I machined a tail shaft adapter for both of those. It's hub centric that adapts both.
That's cool.
It hasn't leaked yet.
Yeah.
So we're happy there.
Right.
And it was built out of chromoly plate and then coated. And so the drivetrain wise, the engine was rated for 550 horsepower with that turbo setup on it. It came out of another truck that was tested in, and then I redid the turbo setup to kind of refigure how the thing's going to fit in here.
What's done to that Cummins?
So it's bottom end is pretty much stock.
Okay.
It's all freshened up.
Yep.
And top end, it's a brand new head, ported and polished, and then it's got can't remember the weight, but it's oversprung for the valve springs.
Okay, yeah.
And then it's got ARP head studs, reusable, cut ring fire head gasket. And it's pretty much all there, and I don't think this thing's ever going to blow a head gasket, especially at the horsepower we're running at.
Yeah.
We ran it around 45 pounds of boost. That makes plenty of power. A lot of people think this truck weighs 7,000 pounds.
Yeah.
It weighs like 58.
It's going to be fine.
Yeah. So between that and then to move into some other sponsors under the umbrella of Randy's Worldwide, Icon Vehicle Dynamics did custom setups, 3-inch coilovers in the front with a piggyback setup next to those, and then a piggyback in the rear. They're all also electronic e-valve. You can change them on your phone. So that was a cool feature to add in. Moving down from there, Carly and Cognito, we did their traction bars and radius arms. Carly did torsion bars, fabricated shock mounts. And then Zimbrota did a Dana 60 with all Yukon chromoly internals, and then a 410.5 with all chromoly internals in the rear. Both have lockers in them. And then Apex chassis did all billet steering assembly in the front. So underneath the body, this thing was thought out through all those brands of how to make it not hodgepodge, but how to use the best from all of our companies.
And you've got a 35 on here?
Yeah, and the reason for the 35 is we put a 37 in.
Wheel wells, dude.
We were going to have to do so much cutting.
Dodges are super tall, but they're very narrow at the bottom opening.
Yep. So the rear wheel well with the service bed, there was no way even a 31 was going to fit.
And you had to cut it anyway for the arc of the Dodge shape of the wheel well, because the Ford is round. This kind of is a trapezoid.
Correct.
Where it's flat on top and kind of splays out at the bottom.
Correct. So we emulated the front fender by tracing it onto the rear.
Very cool.
Did a flare in the rear, similar. And TMI sponsored the seats in it. We did a nice divorced rear seat with the bump in the middle. Both sides reclined.
Very cool.
Did buckets in the front. No center console yet. I got to give a big thanks to my parents. They've been huge, helping me time manage, money manage, and
all of the
and then friends that stayed late. I mean, Coffin Muffler, he's local to me. He did from the downpipe back, full stainless 4-inch. One of his Coffin mufflers and all stainless. And then just all the helping hands. I mean, like I said, we did this thing in 5 months, and this thing came out of paint a week ago yesterday, and was reassembled in pretty much 2.5 days.
So your paint oven is the sun in Las Vegas right now.
Exactly. Yep. So it came out exactly how I wanted it to at the time, and I'm excited to add on to it, refine some stuff like any build, and eventually evolve this thing into the ultimate overlander from 1965.
Right on, brother. Well, it's beautiful. Great job. I'm stoked. I hope you build more trucks because this thing is so rad.
I appreciate it.
Being 22 to accomplish this, making for SEMA, do deadline, working full time. I can't say enough about what that takes. And I love when younger guys in the industry are as excited about about this stuff as old guys are. So congratulations. I hope we cross paths again.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Well, that's it. That's going to do it. Part 5 of the SEMA Show 2025 coverage is now behind us. And just think, only another year until we get to do it again. However, you won't have to wait that long before our next episode.
The Truck Show, the Truck Show, the Truck Show, oh.
And of course, as always, a special shout out to our amazing sponsors that make the Truck Show podcast possible. We're talking to you, AMSOIL, Kershaw Knives, and OVR Mag. Would you guys please go and support those guys? It'll be awesome for the show and awesome for them to see how many listeners love their products as much as I do. And the show wouldn't be possible without them. Don't forget to go to truckshowpodcast.com to take advantage of our promotions. You can go to the featured products tab, and all of our promotions are listed under there. And then please leave me some feedback. You guys have been so quiet lately. Truckshowpodcast@gmail.com, or you can leave me a message on the 5-star hotline, 657-205-6105. And guys, we've got a lot of catching up to do. It's been a while since we did a Have You Heard? There's so much news. So we've got some Have You Heard episodes coming up. We've got, Justin Andrews from Warren. We got the guys from Flated. Got a new, Joe Gaddis from a new Discovery TV show. We've got a bunch of stuff lined up. A great diesel shop. All stuff here in the next week or two. And we've got a ton of news to catch up on and more people in the wings. So please stay tuned. Lots of great content through the end of the year. And can't wait to see you guys and do this again soon.
The Truck Show podcast is a production of Truck Famous LLC. This podcast was created by Sean Holman and Jay Tillis, hosted by Sean Holman, and uses production elements by DJ Omar Khan and Jay Tillis. If you like what you've heard, please open your Apple Podcast or Spotify app and leave us a 5-star review. And if you're a fan, there's no better way to support the show than by sharing it and patronizing our sponsors. Some vehicles may have been harmed during the making of this podcast.
All right, here's a little bonus for you guys. So you guys don't know what goes into making the jingles and all that stuff. Obviously, don't have the help of Lightning and Omar at my disposal like I used to. So, it takes a little bit to make these things. And I don't know what you guys think. You can send me an email. But I love the SEMA intro. Like, I have fallen in love with that. And I'm so sad that we aren't using it anymore. But here's one of the outtakes, just because it's sort of funny.
Let's head down to the car show. It's SEMA time, we gotta go. Underneath the Vegas lights, we are here for the auto side. Trucks are lifted heaven high, burnout smoke drifts to the sky. Holman has one goal in mind, it's to cover the show in the allotted time. It's SEMA, it's SEMA. It's SEMA time.
I mean, I love that one because the big finish, right? And I went through literally 100 different versions before I landed on the one I landed on. But this was kind of a close second. I wanted that like Vegas cheesy lounge singer, big music, big band vibe, and this one had. I think I did pretty good, right? So anyway, just a little peek under the tent on what I go through. That was one of my favorite outtakes of my jingle making, and I'm sure you're probably glad that's not the one that made it. But there you go. 2 jingles for the price of one, and super sad that the SEMA one is now behind us for this year.
I'm actually going to make you walk over there.
Yeah, so that we can catch it?
Yeah.
You're going to make me edit?
Yeah. La 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 la. And then I'm going to make it worse by adding weird sounds.
Well, that's okay, because I'll use those as drops.
Oh, yeah. I'm really glad we walked over here. La 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 la. Oh, yeah. La 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 la. Oh, yeah.